Indian football is facing a growing crisis as Bengaluru FC, one of the country's leading clubs in the Indian Super League (ISL), has taken the difficult decision to indefinitely suspend salaries for its first-team players and staff. This unprecedented move underscores the deepening turmoil engulfing the ISL, India's top-tier professional football competition, which is currently suspended due to an ongoing impasse between the All India Football Federation (AIFF) and Football Sports Development Limited (FSDL), the league's commercial partners. The decision was formally announced by Bengaluru FC on August 4, 2025, through the club's official channels. Bengaluru FC expressed the profound difficulty of halting payments but cited the uncertainty surrounding the future of the Indian Super League season as leaving the club with little choice but to take this step. The club emphasized its ongoing commitment to the welfare of its players, staff, and their families, stating that it remains in contact with those affected as they await a resolution to the standoff that has brought the league to a grinding halt. Sunil Chhetri, Bengaluru FC's longtime captain and arguably India's greatest football icon, is among those impacted. The decision applies to all senior players and coaching staff in the first team, but Bengaluru FC clarified that it does not affect the club's youth teams, women's teams, or extensive grassroots programs such as the BFC soccer schools, which will continue operations as normal. This distinction highlights the club's broader commitment to sustaining football development amid tough circumstances at the professional level. The root of this crisis lies in the breakdown of relations between the AIFF and FSDL. The two bodies are locked in a deadlock as the 15-year Master Rights Agreement (MRA) that governs the operation and commercial rights of the ISL nears its expiry in December 2025. However, the AIFF is currently unable to negotiate new terms or enter discussions due to legal restrictions pending a Supreme Court ruling on its draft constitution. This legal limbo has left the league's future precarious, triggering the suspension of the 2025-26 ISL season and forcing clubs to confront operational and financial uncertainties. 8 prominent ISL clubs have expressed escalating concerns about the direction and management of Indian football. Collectively, they have formally requested urgent talks with the AIFF to clarify the upcoming season's status and the broader roadmap for the sport's development across India. This call for clarity reflects mounting anxiety within club executives, players, coaches, and fans who increasingly fear that the impasse could stall or even reverse the progress Indian football has achieved in recent years. Bengaluru FC's salary suspension announcement is perhaps the most visible and sobering sign of the crisis's impact on players' livelihoods. Publicly, many players have voiced their frustrations, with Chhetri himself candidly sharing concerns on social media about the uncertainty facing Indian football's ecosystem. He noted how the collective anxiety stretches beyond personal concerns about playing time or aging careers to encompass the deeper worries about the sport's future in the country. The Indian Super League was launched with great hopes in 2014, aiming to professionalize football in India, enhance its popularity, and elevate the national team's standing internationally. Over its 11 seasons thus far, the ISL has enjoyed increased viewership, significant player investment, and growing competitive standards. Clubs like Bengaluru FC have been at the forefront of these changes, enjoying domestic success and nurturing Indian talents while attracting recognized international players. Yet, the current suspension casts a shadow over those achievements. Clubs face revenue losses, shrinking commercial partnerships, and strained finances, all amidst a landscape of persistent ambiguity. For Bengaluru FC, the complexity of continuing to operate under such conditions while honoring contractual commitments has forced difficult decisions, including the painful suspension of salaries for key team members. The suspension affects all first-team players and staff at Bengaluru FC, who have now entered an uncertain period with no guarantees on income or the league's resumption. Meanwhile, morale and motivation are challenged as the team is unable to compete or train in a regular professional context. As the situation develops, the broader psychological and physical toll on players is likely to become a significant concern. Despite this, Bengaluru FC reiterates its long-term dedication to football's growth in the region. Their youth teams, women's sides, and academy programs remain committed to development, signaling hope that foundational work can continue even during crises at the professional level. The club continues to maintain communication with all staff and players, indicating a responsible approach to the challenges faced. The AIFF has responded by scheduling a crucial meeting with the CEOs of the 8 ISL clubs for August 7, 2025, in New Delhi, aiming to discuss the current impasse and explore pathways toward resolving the league's suspended status. This meeting represents a pivotal moment for Indian football as all parties attempt to find common ground and salvage the 2025-26 season, preserving the progress made over the decade. The evolving story reflects broader themes affecting football governance worldwide: legal interventions, commercial complexities, and tensions between federations and commercial partners. India's case illustrates how football's growing commercial scale can sometimes clash with governance structures, requiring reforms and negotiations to ensure the sport's stability. For players like Sunil Chhetri, who have dedicated their careers to Indian football, the current turmoil is especially poignant. Chhetri's stature as the country's leading goal scorer and his role as a veteran leader make him a central figure in both the crisis and any potential solutions. His social media statements have highlighted the collective anxiety, but also a shared desire across the football community for a swift and positive resolution. Looking ahead, the future of the ISL and Indian football hinges on the decisions made by the AIFF, FSDL, and club leadership. A prompt, clear agreement would not only reinstate the league's operations but also restore confidence among players, investors, and fans. Such a resolution is crucial to sustaining football's upward trajectory in India and capitalizing on its expanding domestic and international profile. In the meantime, Bengaluru FC and other clubs must grapple with the immediate realities of suspended competition and income uncertainties. Their ongoing efforts to maintain youth development and community engagement reflect optimism and determination to weather this storm. As the August 7th meeting approaches, Indian football watchers, players, and supporters will be watching closely for signs of progress. The love for the game and ambition of those involved remains strong, underscoring the resilience of football culture in India despite administrative challenges. This impasse is a critical juncture for Indian football, one that will test the unity and governance capability of its institutions. How swiftly and effectively it is resolved will shape the sport's path for years to come, influencing player careers, fan engagement, and the country's standing on the global football stage. In conclusion, Bengaluru FC's suspension of player and staff salaries amid the Indian Super League's ongoing suspension exemplifies the profound challenges currently facing Indian professional football. The club's responsible communication, commitment to its wider programs, and call for resolution illustrate both the gravity of the situation and hope for an eventual positive outcome. For Indian football stakeholders, the coming days carry significant weight in determining whether the sport's recent growth can be sustained and nurtured into a flourishing future.